Welcome ladies and gentlemen to NGC Downfall. Lace up your boots and strap yourselves in, because for the next hour you are locked into Downfall here in Winnipeg, Canada. One awesome show this is going to be. Here are a few matches we're going to have tonight. First off, we're going to have Terry Snow face off against Vernon Price. And what's interesting about this match and the next match we're about to see here, JC Pullins and Cameron Bash, is that this is the first time that the Lost Causes are going to be taking part in singles competition. We've always seen them together, we've always seen them buddy up and take out people like that. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these guys can just work on their own and without their partner. And this huge main event we have for tonight, Ryan Giovanni will be teaming up with Aaron Matthews to take on Kevin the Kid and Vivi. And the winner of this match gets to pick the stipulation for Kevin the Kid versus Aaron Matthews match at No Remorse. Obviously it's going to be Aaron or Kevin picking the stipulation, not Vivi or Giovanni, but it's going to be very interesting to see. Also, as you may be able to notice tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I am on my own. Unfortunately, Charles Weber was not able to join me here tonight. He has some personal issues he needs to take care of. That's why he's not here tonight, so we wish him the best of luck with them. Hopefully he'll be able to join me for No Remorse. Anyway, let's crack on to tonight. Looks like we're gonna open the show with Scott Barnett. Now, Scott Barnett has done some very questionable and some very iffy acts over the last few weeks. I mean, 2 weeks ago we were meant to have a contract signing for the NGC World Championship Extreme Rules match at No Remorse, but before that contract signing got under the way, before AC was even in the ring, Scott Barnett attacked him, threw him into some steel steps, threw him in the ring, beat down him a little bit, and then threw him through the table through a table I was standing in front of, that the contracts were on and that we were about to sign them before it even got under the way.
Well. I, Scott Barnett, was told by Mufta that I needed to explain myself for my actions for supposed unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm supposed to air whatever grievances I may have when it comes to the match between AC and I at No Remorse. Well, just simply put, for the past 2 weeks, I've shown every single one of you parasites that not only can I outright dominate AC in the middle of this ring, but I'm more than capable of keeping up with your so-called perseverant world champion. If you don't know what I'm about, then it should be safe to say that I've always had the faith that actions speak louder than rattling on some tangent. So Mufta, if you believe for one split second that I'm going to apologise for any one of my actions, then you're much better off believing that AC's actually got a shot to come away with that belt at No Remorse. And with that being said, I've decided to defer away from Mufta's wishes from telling you, the mindless parasites who so gracefully cling to your misinformed champion, of why I should explain myself. I don't have to speak to any of you directly, as I've said before. My actions speak much louder than what I can say on this microphone. But no matter how many times I say it, some of you will fail to understand the importance of the term, because you clueless fiends see more sense in useless fancy gimmicks rather than appreciate the actual performance that takes place in this ring that I happen to stand in for you. The thing that really aggravates me, you see, is that you parasites are supporting the conspiracy of modern age wrestling. What you're feeding into is a ridiculous scheme of flamboyance. And no matter how many times you see a bad match, you always want more and more and more, because watching something as crisp and in high definition like NGC Downfall is the desperate injection of opium that you will need to keep yourselves interested in so-called wrestling, right? Yeah, it is, and that's why you keep on watching, don't you? So ladies and gentlemen, whilst we're here, you might as well stand up off your seats and give yourselves a massive round of applause for such a remarkable accomplishment, because you are all part of the mass revolution of this industry. No, please, don't stop here. Let's continue with pointless segments as the VB show, or how about we listen to another monotonous speech about the realms of justice, empowered by his philosophy just one more time. Because if that is what you want to see, then I am more than ready to quit. Because from what I can see, there is no hunger or desire to perform at an optimum level from the boys at the back. Well, maybe there is a hope, because night in and night out, I have proven with an illustrious undefeated record why I am the most devastating force NGC has seen and will ever see. My motivation and love for this business runs so deep that is the only thing keeping me from quitting at this moment of time, because its destiny begins to take its course and assigns me as the cult leader. I will fix this current mess we're in, and that starts with the world title. So following on from that point, I am going to take the NGC World Championship for all those people who've worked endless amount of hours in the dojos, wrestling in tournaments trying to perfect the art of how to pick apart the competition. I'm going to take this championship in self-defense from parasites like you people that are so mindlessly watching right now, and that fuel AC's ego and his desire to shine outright better than anyone else. Well, maybe not after no remorse, because from this moment on, you won't be able to do much of anything else after the inevitable reveals itself. Everything that AC stands for has enriched the championship for all the wrong reasons. He has turned the importance of wrestling into a joke, and it's because of the help with the strong symbolism that the title allows one to empower. Now you may understand why I so desperately need that championship, because although I might not care for any of you people, I sure don't care about wrestling. I will be the catalyst, the paragon of wrestling as a whole. As I say here, as I stand breathing, with the only way that AC will leave no remorse with any part of that title is if I stain the championship crimson red with his own blood. I will indeed show no remorse to AC until I see his throat popping out of his skin.
Well, those were some very, very strong words by Scott Barnett. As I was saying before, he's done some very questionable things over the last few weeks, and I don't know. I'm definitely feeling that he's going to be the favourite going into that that Extreme Rules match at No Remorse. I mean, he's shown us what he can do over the last 2 weeks, and it's been pretty devastating. It's been pretty brutal, and before that, all of his matches, he's been very deadly and very brutal in those. And then to go into an environment with weapons, tables, ladders, so on and so forth, that's definitely going to benefit him, and that's definitely going to favourite him in his match against AC. And I mean, AC's match last week with Carnage was just a brawl, and that was a very unexpected thing for AC to go into. And to go into an unexpected Extreme Rules match against a very brutal opponent like Scott Barnett and then come out on top, I don't know, Scott Barnett is definitely going to be the favourite going into that match. But anyway, moving on, let's get into something else. We'll cover that later. Des Holly and my man Frankie Flo, the Funky Town Express. Here he comes dancing up. Do you know what? I'm glad Chaz isn't here. I'm going to get up and dance for a little bit. Oh yeah. Never get to do this with Chaz around. It's nice to feel like a fan for once here in Downfall. Oh yeah. Anyway, last week Des Holly had a match with Jive, and Des Holly did come off on top of that. He did defeat Jive, and now he's looking to defeat Frankie Flo here tonight. Now, Frankie Flo and Des Holly already have had a match. They actually were on the very first debuting episode of Center Stage, so it's going to be interesting to see how they face off here tonight against one another. Of course, Des Holly did win that match. Sorry. So Frankie Flo, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to be looking for some retribution here tonight against Des Holly. Des Holly's defeated him once. Frankie Flo's probably got a little fire building in his stomach. He's defeated he's defeated him. He's defeated his tag partner, and now, yeah, like I said, looking for some retribution. Gonna show Des Holly who's boss. But Des Holly has the control here, has the momentum. Oh, but as I say that, Frankie Flo coming back with a flurry of chops. Oh, and a big one, knocking Des Holly down off the ropes. Oh, huge clothesline there. Very nice by Frankie Flo. The thing about Frankie Flo is he is a very impressive competitor. He's actually, like I said, he's one of my favourite in the business, not just because of his high energy, not just because of his dancing and the way he interacts with these fans. He's also a very talented competitor. But the thing is, he lets himself down in his matches. He builds up so much offense, he builds up so much momentum in the match, and then he just gives it away to his opponent by dancing to the crowd, dancing to the people of the NGC Nation, and it costs him. It lets him down, and like I said, he loses all control of the match. Des Holly firmly in control here. Going behind, doing those big suplexes, big back suplex again, going for the cover off that one. Picking up a 2 count. Very out of nowhere, those pinfalls. If you can do a suplex, a power bomb, a power slam, whatever, and keep your opponent's shoulders on the mat, and it's only a 3 count you need to get in a pinfall, and if you can get the 3 count while your opponent doesn't even know their shoulders are on the mat, well, that's a huge plus. The only notification they get that they're in a pinfall is the slam of the mat by the referee, and I don't know, hit their head hard enough on the mat with a powerbomb and they might not be able to hear for 3 seconds. So those pinfalls out of nowhere, very, very good. There's Holly just stomping and kicking away at Frankie Flo's head here. Oh, he's jumping up. Oh! Huge elbow to the mat. Huge signature elbow. I don't know what Des Holly's doing here. Getting right up in the face of Dave Curry. Not sure what he's saying. But Frankie Flo taking advantage of that. Frankie Flo taking advantage of something of mistakes he's made in all his matches. Oh, huge belly to belly suplex, just hooking both of the arms of Des Holly. Very nice by Frankie Flo. Like he said, he's done that in most of his matches, been distracted by something else, and for him to take his momentum and take advantage of that is very good. Frankie Flo definitely looks like he's improved here at NGC. Well, it looks like Frankie Flo was distracted himself with the referee. Sorry. Oh, and there goes the dancing. Des Holly just laughing in the face of Frankie Flo there, but Frankie Flo coming back, backing him up into the corner. Oh, is he looking for dancing on that second rope? Oh, huge missile drop kick, knocking Des Holly down. And Frankie Flo taking the time to dance it up. Oh, huge series of gut kicks there by Des Holly as he bounces off the ropes, hits him in the knee and slams his head into the back of the mat. Very nice by Des Holly there before going for the cover. Oh, just a 2 count. Could have picked it up there. Des Holly going back off the ropes. Facebuster by Frankie Flo, knocking him down with a huge drop kick. Patented maneuver by Frankie Flo there. Oh, and here's another one, that huge fisherman suplex. That's off the ropes. Rolling over his body. Oh, very nice. Very nice way to lock in that that camel clutch there. Very nice. He follows up with another huge drop kick. Like I said, Frankie Flo is definitely very impressive, as he's showing here tonight, and I know there's a huge possibility that he could pick up a victory on Des Holly. Oh, and these fans are on their feet. Looks like Frankie Flo's setting up for something. He's got him on that rope. Frankie Flo remaining in control, bouncing off the ropes. Des Holly missing with a clothesline though. Oh! Welcome to Hollywood. Sure, well, that's... I think Frankie Flo was looking for something, ducking under the clothesline of Des Holly. But when he came off that top rope, Des Holly out of nowhere, huge sleeper slam, panic maneuver he's become known for. The welcome to Hollywood, as he calls it, slamming Frankie Flo's head into the mat. Now picking up another victory on Frankie Flo. Another victory over the Funky Town Express. And another victory overall. Very impressive record by Des Holly. I believe he's 4-0, 5-0 now in singles competition. Very impressive.
They don't want to see me succeed, Mufta. Scott Barnett, he knew I was gonna beat AC Arthurs. He knew I was gonna make him look like a chump. So he came out. It wasn't Dirty D. It wasn't Dirty Mike. I had that match won. And he ruined it. No remorse. Let me shine, Mufta. Let me change it all.
Carnage, I'm going to have to be honest with you. At the end of the night, when it was all said and done, you did impress me, but the outcome of the match still remains. So I'll tell you what, next week at No Remorse, I have handpicked an opponent for you. Now the opponent I have picked for you is a very impressive competitor. If you are able to defeat him, then I will grant you a future Mercury Championship match against the current champion at the time. So Carnage, good luck next week.
Oh my goodness. Looks like Carnage has been granted a #1 contenders match for the NGC Mercury Championship. Very big announcement by Mufta there. Of course, he, as much as I might not like the guy, as much as I cannot stand his fighting style, I gotta say, he was very impressive. He went toe to toe with our NGC World Champion. And now Mufta's giving him an opportunity to fight for the Mercury Championship. So yeah, I think he deserves it. We'll see more of that next week on No Remorse. But anyway, Dominic King getting ready for some action here. He unfortunately was at the expense of Chris Grant earlier this week on center stage. And speaking of being at the expense of people, yeah, here comes another dominant man in Dominic King's path. The man, I guess, formerly known as Nine, now known as Nathaniel, going. Looks like he's going one-on-one with Dominic King here tonight. All I can say is good luck, Dominic King. Let's just hope for a miracle. As I was saying, Chris Grant has had some issues over the last few weeks, especially with our official here in NGC, Dave Curry, knocking him out a few weeks ago. Dave Curry, I don't know, just straight up refused to referee his match on center stage, and can you really blame him? I mean, the referees sign up for a few things. Obviously, they've got to expect some conflict within the matches, but it was after the match. That was so uncalled for by Chris Grant. Into this match now, Dominic King slapping Nine, and I don't think that was a good idea, kid. We've seen what this man is capable of as he goes to the second rope. Oh! Oh my goodness. Oh, the air he got from that second rope, just bring all that weight down onto Dominic King. This man has got to be at least 400 pounds. He is a big, big man. He just slammed all that weight, whatever it is, it's a lot. Just slammed it all on Dominic King's abdomen area. 1, 2, 3, that is the match. And a very dominant, a very brutal display of moves, and a combination of moves we've seen from Nathaniel over the last few weeks. That huge bicycle kick, I'm not sure what he calls that, and I mean I would catch up with him to find out, but I'm gonna keep my distance. And of course the huge choke slam, so on by so forth. But anyway, Travis Jones, as we all know, struggling to get out of the gate, so on and so forth. Currently is unable to pick up a win here in NGC, hasn't won a match yet, so on and so forth. As we all know, Mr. Refined Travis Jones. I don't know, it's getting a little bit boring now, don't you think? Well, I mean, we've tried to hype this guy up, we've tried to get people behind him, and I don't know, I think this is going to be Travis Jones's chance. I mean, I think this is going to be his final chance. I mean he's facing a new guy here in NGC, Ryan Cavallari, a new guy here in NGC. He's not used to NGC. He hasn't got a feel for NGC yet. So if anything, this is Travis Jones' shining moment, and this is the place where he'll get the win against a newcomer here in NGC. I mean, he couldn't ask for a better situation. I mean, Travis Jones knows these ropes. He's, like I said, undefeated, lost a lot of matches, and each time he's come closer and closer. That match with Christian Carnage, I strongly believe if Dirty Mike hadn't gotten involved in that match, that Travis Jones would have won that match. He had Christian Carnage down for the pin for about 5 seconds. That's it, the match is over. But the referee just was not there to count that pinfall because of Dirty Mike. I do feel bad for Travis Jones. Travis should have won a match. He should be 1 and whatever he is right now. It is unfortunate, but anyway, this new competitor, Ryan Cavallari. It'll be interesting to see what this man brings to the table. New here in NGC, and a very straight up, what do you call it, rock star look by the looks of things. Both men circling each other here. Oh, Travis Jones just running at Ryan Cavallari with that huge kick there. Just taking the offense to him. Travis Jones, oh my god, like I said, you can bet he's going to do whatever he can as he just strikes away at him to pick up a win here tonight. Sends Ryan into that other corner. Oh, that huge drop kick, padded maneuver by Travis Jones, and he usually follows up with another one. Oh, there it is in the other corner. Travis Jones, oh, yeah, right up in the face of Ryan there, just getting kicked off with a huge enziguri. Ryan now takes the offense with a dirty eye rake there. Oh, and another one. Oh, just wow. What a very cocky display here. Yeah, that's right, Travis. Just another huge drop kick to the back. Just stepping over Travis and then just, I don't know, showing off to the fans, I think. Oh, and another drop kick from Travis Jones to Ryan Cavallari. Travis Jones has most of the offense here in this match, and hopefully he can keep it up. I'm definitely rooting for Travis Jones here. Like I said, this is, I've given chance after chance. I think a lot of people lost hope long ago, but I'm still with him. I still believe he can pick up a win. I'm with you, Travis. Oh, Ryan Cavallari just dropping the head onto his knee before going for the cover there. And now Ryan picking up the control here in this match, backing Travis up into a corner. Oh, huge clothesline, pulling him out. Oh. Oof, very powerful knee there, just swinging him round before going for the cover. Bounce off the rope, Travis Jones catching him though. Big hip toss. Oh, another patented maneuver by Travis Jones. Huge knee to the chest area. Oh, and another one. That definitely take the wind out of you. He waits for Ryan to get up. Goes him into the corner. Now going back to work on that chest area. Oh, we could see another patented maneuver by Travis Jones here. Boom! Off the ropes. Huge bulldog. Slamming his head into the mat. Going for the cover. 1, 2, no. Oh, just kicking him in the gut. Frustration starting to build by the looks of things by Travis Jones as he mounts him and starts punching away at his head. Travis Jones going off the rope. Oh! Looking for some momentum off the rope by Ryan catching him. That huge flapjack and now going back to work on him. Oh, very athletic maneuver there, just wrenching on the head from a very awkward and very different position by the looks of things. Oh, very nice by Ryan, sorry. Shot block, taking out the leg. Oh, he's looking for a fish drop. Oh, and another one. And a third one by the looks of things to complete the series. Ryan's firmly in control now. Like I said, not knowing much about this Ryan Cavallari fella. I mean, yeah, I wish I could say much. I wish I could say, talk about his past, talk about where he's come from, but I just can't. Not much known about him, not much I can say. And I don't know, maybe just looking to make his name for himself. Sorry, here in NGC. Travis Jones going to the top rope. Oh! You think management, you think Mufta would put Ryan in a match with a more impressive opponent than Travis, wouldn't you think? Well, I don't know, unless they were hoping for Travis to get a win here, so for Travis a new opponent. Hopefully Travis can pick up a win. Maybe that's what they were thinking. Oh! Ryan just whips Travis into those steel steps there. Very dominant. Ryan taking control, taking advantage in this match, going for the cover. Could this be it? 1, 2, no. And Travis Jones is taking back the control, got him in a corner. And Travis must be getting frustrated. Chopping away at him, now stomping him while he's in that seated position. I have talked to Travis. I haven't talked to him recently after a few of his latest losses. But yeah, he was getting a little bit frustrated after the first few. I can't imagine what he's feeling now after so many. Ryan missing with that kick though. Oh! Travis Jones definitely taking advantage of that. Ryan missing with a kick. Travis hitting with a clothesline and that huge signature maneuver of his. That was the move that he almost picked up a win with on Chris Carnage. Both men striking now. Ryan going toe to toe with him, coming back though. Oh! Oh! Ryan just kicking the leg from under Travis before pounding his head into the mat. Going for the cover here. 1, 2. Wow! That must have been one brutal DDT by Ryan. It looked pretty impactful. I mean, There must have been a lot of shock value from that as well, just kicking the leg from under them before snap DDT right into the mat. Very nice by Ryan, and impressive victory as well. I mean, 1-0 in NGC. I mean, there have been a few people 1-0 in NGC, and look where they are now. We got champions out of it, and so on and so forth. So yeah, very impressive by Ryan Cavallari, and hard luck, Travis. Hard luck. But anyway, it looks like we're going to be joined by our NGC International Champion, Devon Surefire. One of Chaz Webber's favourites, I know. Me, not so much. This guy is, I mean, up into Resurgence, I was a pretty decent fan of them. I mean, he had impressed me. Impressed me in the tag match, even though it did become a battle of the egos with Ryan Giovanni and Devon Surefire. He did impress me, but then Resurgence, he picked up the win in a fashion not taken to my liking, honestly. And then he went on to attack Robin Storm with a ladder and whatnot, and it just, I don't know, it wasn't cool. It wasn't fair. And yeah, I just can't get behind a guy whose motives and actions are like that. I just can't. Looks like we got a ladder getting set up in the ring here.
As I got off my plane this week, I took a fine whiff of the air all around me. And you know what? It was amazing. It's good to be home. I'm back here in my lovely country of Canada with a few words from my opponent, No Remorse. Robin Storm, I hope you were conscious last week, because it's very possible that you was unconscious and soaking in your own blood, but I left you a tiny little message. And if you couldn't hear me before, don't worry, I'll gladly repeat myself. You and I are going to be facing a match that I am expert in. A ladder match, if you couldn't tell by me standing on top of this ladder. And, well, to be frank, it's going to be quite brutal. Because by the time that the bell is rung, you're going to be so hurt that you might not be making it to the show after. Not only am I going to hurt you physically, I'm going to hurt you mentally. Because one of the last images that you'll have to see is me on top of a ladder holding up my Rifle Championship. And all those words about me screwing you over will be all for nothing. Because I shall prove that I am the Rifle Champion. I will shut all those insolent fools up in America once and for all. And I'll be no longer called a fluke. I'll be called what I am, a superstar, a champion, and more importantly, better than you.
Oh, well, I know Devon Surefire just showing us, I don't know, a preview of what he thinks is to come at No Remorse, and the Robin Storm coming out here. Don't think Devon Surefire likes where he is right now. You can hear him screaming. Robin Storm just pushing the ladder down. Devon Surefire falling right outside ringside here. Wow. Some strong words from Devon for Robin and America. We are in his hometown of, well, his home country, sorry, of Canada tonight. So some strong words for Robin and the rest of the world. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, one of those matches we talked about earlier on tonight. Vernon Price coming out here, and he's looking to go one-on-one with Terry Snow. Like I said, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how Terry Snow and JC Pullins act tonight, how they can compete against Vernon Price and Cameron Bash, two extremely competitive, extremely impressive competitors, sorry, here in NGC. It's going to be interesting to see how these two, we'll just call them new guys, we'll call them rookies, because like I said, we haven't seen them in any sort of singles action. We've seen them in a tag match against AC and Max. We all know how that turned out. We've seen them in a 2-on-1 handicap match against Cameron Bash, and we all know how that came out. And it's, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how they bring it to Vernon Price and Cameron Bash here tonight. And here's that music, ladies and gentlemen, but I don't see Terry Snow anywhere. Unless he, I don't know. He's not coming in the crowd. He's not coming from the ramp or anything. I'm not sure where. No, I'm not sure where Terry Snow is. Oh, what? Well, oh no! They here they are. They're coming down the ramp. Cameron Bash looks like he was knocked out backstage. There looks like a doctor was I found him and checking up on him. I found the lost causes. I found Terry Snow. Oh, looks like the 2-on-1 offense. They weren't willing to get in a singles match here tonight. Looks like they've taken out Cameron Bash backstage, and now they're looking to take out Vernon Price. They're not interested in singles competition. Oh, and this set of moves they become known for, that huge DTO slam into the mat, huge body press by Terry Snow. Oh, it looks like they're gonna follow it up with that signature head kick. Oh, there it is. Oh, that set of moves that these men have become known for. And like I said, they were scheduled for singles competition here tonight, and they just weren't willing to do it. Oh my. Well, as we know, they will go head to head with Cameron Bash and Vernon Price at the same time at No Remorse. So let's just hope they have the balls to turn up to that one. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we do move on. Out comes now Matt Walker. Now Matt Walker, 2 times now. Once a few days ago on Center Stage, and last week here on NGC Downfall. He has challenged Maxwell Verdi to a match. First time around, Maxwell Verdi just straight up said no. Second time, he just straight up didn't even come out. He just ignored him. And well, Matt Walker is not scheduled for competition here tonight, so I got a feeling I know what he's here for.
Okay, Max, I'm getting really tired of this. I'm 2-0 here in NGC, and I'm sure to some people that is considered impressive, and to others I'm sure it's not. That's fine. I really don't care. What I do care about, Max, is that twice I have challenged you to a match at No Remorse, and twice you have declined me. Now, Max, I'm getting sick and tired of you playing these little games that you're running around here playing. You have declined my match invitation twice, and Max, you don't even have enough stones to come out and tell me to my face. Max, I warned you on Center Stage that if you did not accept my challenge again, I was going to come back there and find you, and that you weren't going to like the end result. So Max, I'm done playing your games. Listen up and listen good. You're going to come out here and you're going to accept this challenge to my face, man to man. And if not, Max, I'm going to come back there right now and I'm going to force you to accept the match. So Max, take all the time you need to find your balls, man, because I'm waiting.
Oh, it looks like Maxwell Verdi is going to give him another answer. His music... Oh! Well, his music was playing. I thought he was going to come out normally, but attacking Matt Walker from behind, just hitting him with a huge clothesline there. And I'm not sure, was that... I mean, Matt Walker challenged him. Did he accept, or was that another way of saying I decline? I'm not sure. We're gonna have to catch up with Max and get a more clear word later on this week, I guess. But anyway, as we spoke about earlier, Chris Grant and his questionable actions over the last few weeks. Here is the message from Dave Curry. Chris Grant is a very talented superstar here in NGC, but after what he did to me a few weeks back, I cannot and will not continue to referee his matches until he makes an open and public apology for his actions.
I'm not sure if any of you people have noticed, but over the last few weeks, I've been a very frustrated individual. I mean, it's kind of obvious, and you have to be an idiot not to notice it. First of, the Battle Royale. Eliminated first, within seconds, and that isn't Chris Grant. If I was on the top of my game, I would have destroyed the 5 men in that ring, and I would have been the one fighting AC next week in Seattle, Washington at No Remorse. Each and every one of you damn well knows it. And then followed the little incident after the match involving our official, Dave Curry. Well, Mr. Curry, if it's an apology you want, fine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for knocking you out and leaving you in the pool of sweat at the top of that ramp. But what I'm not sorry for is what I did to Dominic King earlier this week. That was a display of true power, my power that we all come to know and love. But what I want to talk about right now is the reason I've been so frustrated, and that's because of what happened 4 weeks ago at Resurgence. You see my match with Shane Silver, everyone's been saying it's a great one, it's one of my best matches and a highlight of Shane Silver's career, but there's a small tiny problem with that match, and that's the outcome. Shane Silver, Mufta, Dave Curry, Daniel Martin, Chaz Weber, Dominic King, Dallas Blake, Travis Jones, and every single one of you here today know I should have won that match, know that I destroyed Shane Silver, and know that I should be Mercury champion. And I'm out here tonight to set up the challenge to Shane Silver. I know I can beat him, Shane Silver knows I can beat him, and it's only a matter of time until I win that Mercury championship. Now Shane Silver, I'm setting up the challenge at No Remorse, me and you, one more time.
Well, it looks like he did apologize to Dave Curry, and he set up the challenge with Shane Silver for another match.
150 degrees inside the Rosemont Horizon Arena. 1 hour and a half long show in a nearly 15-minute long match that tore the house down and brought that Chicago crowd to its feet. And you, Chris Grant, feel the need to come out here and ask for a rematch? That is fine. You know, I'm sure these fans, and hell, even some guys in the back, are foaming at the mouths right now to watch two of the best damn all-around performers go at it once again for one of the most coveted and prized possessions in this company and hell in the sport of professional wrestling today, the NGC Mercury Championship. So you got it, Grant versus Silver #2 at NGC No Remorse. Let's do it.
Oh goodness, that makes me excited. That was one hell of a match at Resurgence. One of the best I've ever seen. Everybody loved it. One of the best matches, I think, in core history. I mean, two of the best on one of the best stages in the world, and like Shane said, they tore the house down. And to know that they're gonna have a second match next week at Seattle, Washington, at No Remorse. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be one hell of a match, and I cannot wait to see it. And Chris Grant apologized, so I guess Dave Curry's gonna be refereeing the match. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the main event of the evening, Ryan Giovanni will team up with Aaron Matthews to take on BB and Kevin the Kid. Ryan Giovanni and BB, as we know, will have a match at No Remorse, and special thing about that match is that both men's hair will be on the line. That's right, the loser of that match will have his head shaved bald by the winner. So very, very interesting, very different stipulation, and I for one am really looking forward to it. That is one of the main matches I'm looking forward to at No Remorse. Either Ryan Giovanni or VB will lose their hair, and it's something that's very dear and something that's very special to the two of them, and it's definitely going to be interesting to see how that match plays out. Whoever wins, and whoever walks away without hair is probably going to be pretty embarrassed. But anyway, this main event tag team match tonight, the winner of this match will decide the stipulation for Aaron Matthews and Kevin the Kid at No Remorse. They tried to get things settled with Vernon Price involved a few weeks ago at Resurgence. Obviously, things didn't come to an end there. Aaron Matthews issued the challenge, Kevin accepted, And as we all know, the matches at No Remorse are extreme. The matches are made so competitors will show no remorse towards each other, and well, that's what they're competing here for tonight. If Aaron wins, he can decide the stipulation, and if Kevin wins, he can decide the stipulation. And it's just a huge plus going into your matches. I mean, you can pick the match that you're most favoured to, or you could pick the match that your opponent is least favoured to. It's just a huge advantage going into any sort of match. And well, yeah, it's like I said, say if Aaron wins, he could pick a match that he's been trained in for 10 years, and Kevin might have not even had any sort of match like that. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see who wins to start off with, and what kind of match they're going to pick for each other at No Remorse. Of course, we've got a couple of matches already set for No Remorse, as I've already talked about that hair versus hair match between VB and Ryan Giovanni. Of course, that Tornado Tag Team Falls Count Anywhere match between Vernon Price, Cameron Bash and the Lost Causes. That's definitely going to be an interesting one. The ladder match between Robin Storm and Devon Surefire for the International Championship. And of course, that huge Extreme Rules match between Scott Barnett and AC Arthurs, as well as that match just announced before this, Shane Silver versus Chris Grant. I'm not sure what kind of stipulation will be tagged on to that match, but again, it's going to be one that will help Chris Grant and Shane Silver show no remorse to each other, and that's what the matches at No Remorse are designed to do. Anyway, we get this match under the way now. Oh! Aaron Matthews just slapping Kevin right in the face and running away. Tagged Giovanni in. Giovanni coming now. Kevin the Kid with some huge arm drags, followed up with a huge arm trap net breaker, going for the cover. And Aaron Matthews breaking it up. Oh, very nice by Aaron Matthews. Getting the Kevin the Kid a little bit distracted by that slap at the beginning, tagging Giovanni, and Giovanni takes the offense when Kevin is distracted with the pin. He comes in and breaks it up, and then just gets tagged back to the match and taking advantage of Kevin here. Very nice. I'm not even sure if that was like teamwork. I think that was just Aaron using Giovanni as his partner to his advantage, and that's, I mean, can you blame him? I mean, this match had been booked as a tag team match, and Aaron Matthews is going to use Ryan Giovanni to his advantage as much as possible, so he can pick up the win and decide that match type at No Remorse. And imagine if either Giovanni or VB was involved in the decision of this match. That's really gonna be a bummer and a downer on Aaron and Kevin. I mean, what if Giovanni was to get pinned by Kevin? I mean, Aaron would be furious. Or on the other side, what if VB was to pin? What if VB was to pin Giovanni? I bet Kevin would be pretty pissed off as well. So, well, yeah, VB coming over to I don't know what that was, but anyway. But I bet Aaron would be happy with Giovanni if Giovanni was able to pick up the pinfall for him, as well as VB picking up the pinfall for Kevin, of course. But both men would be pretty happy. So yeah, it's very unpredictable match, this tag team match. And if things don't turn out the way they plan, I'm looking at Aaron. There's going to be some very angry people after this match. Let's see a nice mix match here. Kevin the Kid fighting Giovanni, Aaron fighting Kevin, who will be opponents next week at No Remorse. Looks like we're going to get VB fighting Kevin now. Or VB fighting Giovanni, sorry. And as we already know, they'll be fighting at No Remorse. We're going to get a little bit of a teaser here. VB taking the control here, going at Giovanni. Not just stomping away at him. And what's gonna be interesting to see is what either of these men do tonight to one another. I mean, if Giovanni or VB was smart, they would work on either the legs or the arms of each other. I mean, Giovanni works on the arms. He has a huge advantage going into No Remorse with that Armageddon finisher of his. VB works on the legs of Giovanni. He has a huge advantage with a figure 4 leg lock. And as I say that, it looks like Giovanni's going to work on the arms of VB. Very, very smart. A huge stomps and another one. And I just wrenched on the arm again. Yeah, like I said, very smart. If he can soften those arms up and get them nice and weak going into his match at No Remorse, where their hair is going to be on the line, then those matches could be pretty quick and they could be done pretty quickly. Giovanni got VB in a nice armbar there, just wrenching on it. VB getting out though, throwing Giovanni off. Now VB's coming back, huge clothesline there. Oh, a bit back and forth here. VB with those slaps. Oh, and now VB just choking him in the corner, firmly in control of this match once again. Going down. Oh, and VB was taking a picture of him then and kicked him in the face. I'm calling for Giovanni to get up. Oh, he was looking for something there, but Giovanni come back, whipping him into the corner, making the tag. And it's not something we see from Aaron Matthews often. So he hits VB with a huge springboard drop kick, and VB coming back now with a series of clotheslines while Aaron was gloating. In the corner looking for something, making the tag. Oh, I don't think Aaron noticed the tag though, as he's going straight at VB. Now Kevin coming back on Aaron, throwing him back into his own corner. Oh, very nice there. Oh, huge arm drag by Kevin. Now Kevin taking the advantage on Aaron, looking to win that match at No Remorse. Kevin coming back on Aaron come back on Kevin now, sorry. Hits him with a huge backbreaker. One for the cover, and it's yeah, very smart by Aaron. I mean, Aaron worked on that back of Kevin and that lower spine for a long time. I mean, that signature maneuver, that pump handle slam by Aaron that he did to Kevin, that knee to the back, the chair shots, everything he did to Kevin was just so hurtful on his back. Oh, and there it is, a huge pump handle slam, almost as devastating as that cutter finisher maneuver he does. Looking at the cover, not going to pick it up just yet, but as I was saying, he did so much damage to Kevin's back, his lower back area, and yeah, it's wise for him to target that. I don't know if Aaron wins this match, maybe he'll pick a match type where targeting the lower spine of Kevin will benefit him. Oh, both VB and Giovanni tagged in now. VB, oh, Aaron smartly breaking up the pinfall there, and that's a couple of times now Aaron has broken up the pinfalls in this match, and can you blame him? I mean, this is his match type at No Remorse on the line. This could possibly be his career on the line for all we know. Who knows what match type Kevin's got on mind for their match in No Remorse. Could be something that Aaron is completely oblivious to. So yeah, you can't blame him for jumping in and breaking up a few pinfalls now and again. Giovanni firmly in control of that. Aaron's happy to see that, just kicking the face off VB, giving him payback for that picture take and kick to the face earlier on. Oh, VB coming back now, taking out the legs of Giovanni. Huge drop kick. Wanting for him to get up. Oh! Huge drop kick to the sides of the legs there, knocking Giovanni down as he goes for the cover. Not going to pick it up just yet. Maybe wrenching on the head, going back to work on Giovanni. Oh, huge series of strikes to the back to knock him down. Now VB is firmly in control here. Dragging Giovanni to that corner. Oh, it looks like he's coming at him with a series of chops there. Alright, Irish whip into the other corner. Oh, and another huge chop. Now VB's calling for Giovanni to get up by the looks of things. Oh! Oh, huge cutter there by VB. Going for the cover. No, Aaron breaking it up again. Looks like Kevin was getting in the ring, throwing Kevin out of the ring. VB throwing Aaron out of the ring. VB's got his back turned. Oh! Giovanni breaking the eyes of VB, going for the cover. That's a 3 count. Oh. Looks like Giovanni has picked up the victory over VB here. Definitely gaining some momentum going into his match, no remorse. But more importantly, Giovanni has just won that match for Aaron, and now Aaron is gonna be able to decide his match type at no remorse.
Kevin, I hope you're listening, and I hope you understand what I'm gonna say. I hope that little brain of yours can comprehend what I'm about to say. My problem with you dates way back, all the way to ICE. It started at Open Warfare, when you were the general manager. You remember that, right, Kevin? I know you do. And hopefully these idiotic fans that are watching NGC, they remember what went down too. Kevin, it's the fact that you stuck your nose in my business. I had my match with 9, Lord of the Empire Finals Tournament. And you didn't even have the balls to come out onto the stage to make a sudden death round. You had to go through Mark Fallon's headset, that fat piece of crap, and let him know that it was going to be sudden death. Anything goes. So what happens? 9 throws me up on his shoulders and sends me over the edge through a flaming table. And that night in the hospital, I vowed that I would get my revenge, Kevin. And I did. The very first show of NGC. I got my revenge, Kevin. I cost you your match against Vernon Price, and I made an impact at your name. And now we're here, Kevin. Now I'm standing here, I have this microphone in my hand, and I'm about to tell you what match we're going to have at No Remorse. And the match we're going to have is a tables match, so you can feel what I felt when 9 put me through a table. And Kevin, I'm going to do whatever it takes to end your career, and see the tears of your fans, and hear the loud cries of your followers. Kevin, I can't wait, because my name is going to be etched in stone, and people are going to remember what Aaron Matthews did at No Remorse. And everybody will see exactly why I am simply better than the rest.
Oh my goodness, looks like Aaron has picked a match that, well, a tables match, and the reasons he's picked it by the looks of things is so he can get some revenge on Kevin for some past actions he has done in a company known as ICE. And so yeah, this looks like this problem with Kevin dates back a long time ago. Anyway, here comes some AC Arthurs, and it doesn't look like he's got the NGC World Championship with him here tonight. I'm not sure what's that about. But anyway, he's here. He's still alive. He's still kicking after the sneak attacks by Scott Barnett, and he's going to be looking for some redemption at No Remorse in that Extreme Rules match. But like I said, I'm not sure what he's out here for tonight. He's not booked for any match. He hasn't got the title with him. He wasn't booked to be out here. We've got to finish the show up here soon. Not sure what he's...
I'm going to make this short and sweet. I'm in the ring. I'm on my 2 feet. And I'm calling you out right now, because for the past 2 weeks, you've attacked me with my back turned. Think you're a man. Think you're the #1 contender. Run down to this ring right now, and I'll show you exactly what you are coping with at No Remorse.
Well, looks like AC's calling Scott Barnett out here. Scott Barnett is on the stage. AC's walking out the ramp. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got time for here tonight. Both men going for a brawl here before we end the show.